Starting hands rating. Hello everyone, it's Cardmates with you again. Before we move on to the basics of the open raising strategy by positions in the cash game, it is a good idea to consider the different types of starting hands that can be dealt in no limit hold'em and find out the main reasons for opening such hands. I recommend that players always play with the maximum possible stack at a typical cash table, that is, so that the stack does not fall below 100 lines to maximize the advantage against opponents, so the whole strategy is designed for stacks of exactly this size. There are three main factors in poker that encourage us to play a certain hand with an open raise in a cash game in no limit hold'em with a stack depth of 100 blinds. And the better the overall indicator of these three factors for a particular hand will be, the earlier position you can open it at the table. Potential of a strong pair. If this indicator is high for a hand, then it is often able to make a good pair post-flop, which will most often be the strongest hand. A top pair with a strong kicker or an overpair is considered a good pair, with a high probability they will beat other pairs of your opponents. Versatility. Ability to hit the flop. This parameter characterizes the flexibility of the hand and its ability to often hit the flop. If a hand can flop a straight draw, a flush draw, a strong pair, or even all together, then more flops will be favorable for the player. Not hand's potential. The higher this indicator is, the stronger the hand's ability to make a strong hand, for example a set, which in the most cases will remain the best until the showdown. These factors are listed in order of importance. The potential of a strong pair is the most important factor, because a strong pair hand is most often formed post-flop and is the hand that most often wins the pot. If the depth of a stacks increases, then the value of this factor decreases, since to win large board you often require a strong hand. If the stacks reduce, then this parameter is even more relevant, since with a strong pair the player can play for all the money. Versatility or ability to hit the flop. This factor is important at any depth of stacks, but it acquires special significance with deep stacks. The nut hand's potential is a very important quality, but it should be understood that with any starting hand, the probability of collecting the nuts on the flop is quite small, although it will be higher for hands with a high nuts potential. This indicator is of great importance when playing with deep stacks, and when playing with short stacks it is less important, since the requirements for hand strength will be less serious. Now for clarity, we will distribute some starting hands into groups using the above indicators. This will be a warm-up before building real ranges for open raises. It is very important to understand why the opening of a particular hand will be positive from the EV point of view, and not just blindly follow the charts as most inexperienced players do in the end. The fourth indicator in the table shows how generally the hand is suitable for open raising. It should be borne in mind that some factors are more important than others. In this table, you see the top 20% of the hands that hero can get in no limit hold'em cash game with stacks of 100 blinds. We could continue the list and consider all possible hands, including 7-2 of suited with an attractiveness rating of open raise of 0. However, the main goal was to demonstrate the whole picture. We found out the main qualities that we need to evaluate in the starting hand. The lower the hand in this list, the less it is preferable to open, which means it will need more favorable conditions and a favorable position. Now it's time to focus on each of the 6 positions at the 6 max table and discuss the open raise ranges for each of them. When you study the proposed ranges, I recommend that you analyze them according to these 3 factors in order to find out why the hand as a whole is suitable for open raising. In the next video, we will tell you which hands to open and which ones to fold based on positions. See you soon! You will find more videos about poker on our site cardmates.net.